Hello everybody, this is Shane coming to you from Savannah, Georgia again. Now, next we want to see how Satan is placed in Eden. In Genesis 3:22, it reads, "And behold, and the Lord God said, Behold, the man is become as one of us to know good and evil. And now lest he put forth his hand and take also of the tree of life, and eat, and live forever. Therefore the Lord God sent him forth from the Garden of Eden to till the ground from which he was taken. So he drove out the man, and he placed at the east of the Garden of Eden cherubims, and a flaming sword, which turned every way to keep the way of the tree of life." Now, if you notice, God said the man has become as one of us to know good and evil. Well, who was that one of us? Satan, the devil, the enemy. Now turn to Isaiah 14. 12 through 15. Wait a minute. That's the vacant. Oops. There it is. "How are you fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How are you cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations? For you have said in your heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sight of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the side of the pit." Now, when Satan sinned with Adam and Eve, he didn't just sin. He also committed suicide afterwards to bring about our deaths. Now turn to Ezekiel 28:12 through 19. Now, what the Lord God is doing here is comparing men to himself. "Son of man, take up a lamentation upon the king of Tyrus, and say unto him, Thus saith the Lord God, Thou sealest up the sum full of wisdom, and perfect in beauty. You have been in Eden, the garden of God. Every precious stone was your covering, the sardius, topaz, and the diamond, the beryl, the onyx, and the jasper, the sapphire, the emerald, and the carbuncle, and gold. The workmanship of your tabrets and your pipes was prepared in the day that you were created. You are the anointed cherub that covers, and I have set you so you was upon the holy mount of God. You have walked up and down in the midst of the stones of fire. You were perfect in your ways from the day that you were created till iniquity was found in you." Now this is talking about the king of Tyrus, but also comparing him to Satan. Now turn to Ezekiel 31:15. Thus saith the Lord God, in the day when he went down to the grave, I caused a mourning, I covered the deep for him, and I restrained the floods thereof, and the great waters were stayed. And I caused Lebanon to mourn for him, and all the trees of the field fainted for him. Now this is talking about Satan when he killed himself. Now, if you remember in chapter chapter 31, it's talking about the king of Egypt, or Pharaoh, and comparing him to a tree, a certain tree in Eden. Now, I've discussed this already in, I think, my second Bible study. So again, now turn to Psalms 82, verse 6 and 7. I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High, but you shall die like men, and fall like one of the princes. Now, Satan was that prince who fell. He's the first prince, and a prince is the child of the king and queen. Now, the prince tried to be above God. Now turn to Matthew 4:3. And coming near to him, the tempter said, if you are the Son of God, speak that these stones may become loaves, or bread. Now, this is when Satan tempted Jesus, and shows that it's not a temptation that sends you to hell. It's not being tempted for something that sends you to hell. Now, hell is a play on the Hebrew word halel, which means behold darkness. In Strong's Concordance, definition 1887, and definition 3915, Leyl, L-E-Y-L, adversity, twist, a way of the light, night, adversity, midnight, season. Now, Leyl is how you say night in Hebrew. So, hey, Leyl would mean behold night. Now, in the Hebrew definition, (1966) is the name for Halel, and if you look at it, it's spelled H-E-Y-L-E-L, and means the evening star. Satan is compared to the planet Venus. And he's as a tempter trying to distract us from God. And he's the evening star, not the morning star. That's Jesus. Jesus is the morning star and Satan is the evening star. Satan is the first star of the evening. And he tempted us to sin with him in Eden, and that's why we get so confused sometimes. We let Satan trick us.